everyone, welcome back to another taste test. This one I've got because I managed to go to the Asian market. I do go there quite regularly, but now they have some new snacks. A lot of the times when I visit, it's the same stuff, they get in the same things over and over, but occasionally there are some new things that I've decided to pick up just for taste test. These aren't from any particular country, they're just sort of like an assortment of different Asian snacks. So just going to go through them bit by bit. The first one is Lay's, and this one is from China, and I chose this one specifically because I was told that I'm doing a lot of steak flavoured things, and I agree because that was the majority of what was available, but this one is grilled pork flavour, so we'll see. Ooh. Very strong smell immediately as I open the pack. Right, they're very large, crinkle-cut, ridged crisps, but they're quite thin compared to most of the time I'm familiar with. I'm familiar with like thick-cut, chunky ones like McCoy's, for example, but these are a bit more thin, so they'll probably be a bit more crispy. Yep, that tastes like barbecue pork. Not barbecue sauce, but you know, like grilled on a barbecue. So yeah, they're not giving me a specifics on the flavour makeup of this. But yeah, I can very much say that does taste like pork. Tastes like it's maybe got some peppercorn in there. I mean, it's got like little black specks on it, so I assume that's like pepper, black pepper. But yeah, a very nice meaty taste. A little bit of sweetness in there as well. Well, that's probably just the overall flavour coming together. That one's kind of folded in on itself on the end there. But yeah, very thin and crispy, very nice, got a nice snap to it, a nice bite. There is like a little bit of spiciness on the tip of the tongue, which I'm pretty sure is black pepper. But yeah, that's pretty good. As someone who's not a big fan of pork, pretty nice. There are some like cuts of pork here and there that I enjoy, but overall not my favourite meat. And next I'm going to move on to Pokemon noodle snacks. I've done noodle snacks before. I think Baby Star is the main one. That's like the main brand, but there's also like others where they have like little shapes. The noodles are pressed into shapes. Basically, this is just uncooked ramen flavoured with seasoning. So this is Master Kong's Crispy Noodle Snack, tomato flavour. They are from, does it say? I'm pretty sure it's China, just because of the kanji that appear on the pack, but it doesn't actually say. But yeah, anyway, Jigglypuff. Oh, no, it's not little noodle snacks, it's a whole brick. So I suppose if you wanted, you could serve this as a little ramen snack, like a little cup ramen. but I suppose it's a little brick you can break off and get noodles everywhere. But it's very sweet, a very sweet tomato. It's like ketchup-y. It's a very tomato ketchup, rather than like tomato puree or something like a tomato and basil flavour. This is very much a sweetened ketchup-y kind of taste, which is something we had very briefly here as a limited edition flavour. Our version of Lay's in the UK, I think it is the same company because it has the same logo. It's called Walker's Crisps. And they very briefly, in either the late 90s or early 2000s, I forget when exactly, they did a flavour of ketchup chips, crisps. A similar sort of flavour, really. So, it's okay. It's a little too sweet for my liking. I'm not a fan of sweet ketchups. I prefer the more tomato-y flavoured ones, the more herb-based ones. Tomato and herb. But, yeah, it's not bad. But I do find myself curious as to what it would taste like as like a cup noodle, rather than a snack. But I specifically chose the tomato flavour because it was different. All the other flavours were like chicken and beef, things like that. Whereas tomato was a different variation. Right. So next, moving on to the sweets. And we've got from China again, Bobo Peelable Fudge. Now I'm not sure these are fudge as we would identify fudge, but I've seen things like this, and I figured I'd wanted to give it a try, see if it's the same sort of thing. Yeah. Ooh. Wow. As soon as you open it, very strong smell of peach, which is what the flavour is. I should have mentioned that, peach flavour. So, let me just get it open. And it's like sort of a sticky, gummy, a bit of a soggy bottom there. And then you kind of just pull the top, and the gummy kind of peels. It's like peeling a lychee. In fact, that's exactly what it feels like. It feels like a lychee, but more sticky. Kind of has like that milk chew kind of texture, like I'm trying to think of an American example, like a yogurty chew, you know, like a Laffy Taffy kind of thing. How it's not just fruit; it has the stuff, and then the outer peel is kind of like a regular kind of gummy. Oh, and that's very tough. It's a very firm chew. So the inside is more of a squidgy, creamy consistency, where the outside is kind of tough and leathery, I suppose is a word I could use to describe the texture. I'm going to have another one, but this time I'm going to eat it all in one and see what this feels like. Kind of like a more solid fruit gusher. Like it doesn't have a liquid centre, it just has a soft gummy one. So yeah, that's kind of the closest thing I can liken it to. Okay. Next one, I may have already recorded once, but I don't remember. And even if I had, it's probably gone. So we've got Hello Panda, which is a fairly typical one. It's very easy to get a hold of Hello Panda, especially the chocolate and strawberry flavours. But this is a different flavour, more recent release, and it's caramel. Is that caramel? Yep. And I like me some caramel. I like anything that's flavoured like pudding. Oops. Oh, there we go. Ooh, yes, very nice. It's got sort of like the milky burnt sugar, which obviously that's what caramel is. That kind of smell to it. I know that Hello Panda normally doesn't have a lot of filling inside, so it's probably not going to be as satisfying. Oh no, actually. No, it fills the whole cavity. I think it's the Koala's March, which only have the filling on the one side. But no, that goes the whole way through. That's very nice. Very milky and creamy. It is like pudding, like a creme caramel. So yeah, that is full all the way through of that filling. Yeah, that's a big one up against the Koala's March. Yeah, very nice, very sweet and creamy, very caramelly. That's definitely the best of all the Hello Panda flavours that I've tried. And to be fair, there aren't that many. They don't do a lot of stuff. But of the ones they have done, either their regular ones or their limited edition ones, that's the best one. Now this next one is a little bit more fancy, I think. At least that's how it looks on the box. We have got Cheese Langue du Chat, which is from Japan. I don't recognise the company for this one, and I'm pretty sure in fact I'm not sure at all. I thought at first this might be like a cheesecake flavour, because that's normally how their cheese biscuits turn out. There's like a sweetened cheesecake, but I'm not entirely sure. It says it's camembert flavour. Like all the other flavours of this brand they had were sweet, like berries, strawberry, that kind of thing. So I assumed, oh, cheesecake. But now that I'm looking at it here, I'm not sure. So, Langue du Chat, very delicate kind of biscuity thing. Again, normally filled with chocolate or berry cream, but this, it has what looks like a slice of cheese, but I'm sure has been processed into a slice. Let's see if I can try and take this apart without breaking it, but I don't think I can. I think it's too delicate. Yeah, okay, anyway, give it a try. So, the biscuits around the outside, quite sweet, only a little, not overpoweringly sweet, but just enough to make it like a delicate sweet biscuit. But the cheese on the inside, No, not sweetened. So it does have like a very light, delicate cheesecake-esque flavour, but it's not very strong because it is a savoury cheese in the middle, but the biscuit is just enough to offset it. Nice. It's a nice mix of the sweet and the savoury, whereas a cheesecake would lean more hard into being sweet, overly sweet, well not overly sweet, but full on sweet. Whereas this, it's a nice mix, a nice blend. Interesting little surprise there, I didn't really expect that. I'm going to finish off with one more thing. I've got a drink to wash it all down, and it's black sugar milk tea. I like me some black sugar, or brown sugar, or dark sugar, or whatever you want to call it. This is from somewhere it's not going to tell me. Probably Korea. Okay, so this is Korean, which is strange because there's kanji on here. It's not written in Korean, that's all kanji on the side. But, that's what it says. Give it a shake, make sure everything is distributed evenly. So this is from OKF, which is a brand I'm not familiar with, but I'm not familiar with Korean brands very well. It's mostly the Japanese brands I'm familiar with. Like Meiji over there. I know Meiji. Okay. Oh, very frothy on the top there. Oh, I've just got one of my little jugs here. I use these to measure out the water for the DIY candy that I did. Ooh. So I'm just going to pour it out. Yep, that just looks like a regular old milk tea to me. A little bit darker than what I'd make for myself. I like a lot more milk in my milk tea. But, oh, yeah. That's the smell of the black sugar. It smells a lot more syrupy than regular sugar. It has a much more strong, a much more strong taste. It's a strong sugar. Oh, yep, that's perfect. That is beautiful. Black tea, black sugar tea isn't really something we get a lot. I know that some supermarkets now have started selling more interesting ranges of bubble tea. It's either like bubble tea in the cans, make your own bubble tea sets, things like that. They have started selling them and branching out. So the black sugar / brown sugar drinks are becoming a little more popular, but they're still difficult to get a hold of. But whenever I go to like the bubble tea place, black sugar is one of my top 3 orders, so it's always a really good one. And this is as good as any of them. Yep, this is just as good, just as good. Got a nice little tiger stripe bottle there. I'm showing you the wrong side. There we are. I feel like when I drink this I should be chewing on boba with it as well. Yeah, that is delicious. I think if I need to pick up some more black sugar tea in future, I definitely have to keep this brand in mind because it's a really, really nice one. So yeah, that is it. I'm just wrapping myself up warm. It's very cold here at the moment. That is it for this taste test from the Asian market. I do have another load that I brought. I brought a bunch all at the same time. I've kind of divided them into 2 videos. So there should be another one coming along after this one. But yeah, all of those were really, really nice. The noodles, perhaps not my favourite thing, the tomato ketchupy flavour, but that's just because it's a little too sweet. But overall, just really great, a great selection of things I've got there, and I'm happy with everything. So yeah, that is going to be it for this one. Again, I don't know how frequent or possible taste tests will be in the future. Just know that they probably will pop up every so often, like here and there, but it's not going to be the main thing of the channel like it used to be. It's going to be sort of like an after thing. So thanks for everyone who stuck around and left comments and just generally being with the channel all this time during the ups and downs, a lot of the downs considering losing the videos and several hard drive crashes, but hopefully that should all be over with now, just like this video. So thank you once again, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.